Not yet. Oh, well, hello. I guess you're here, and I guess I'm here. You see, I attempted to take my picture, and it was somehow taking a picture of me without me. I don't know how that happened. I don't understand it. But I think I'm here, and because I think I am, I am. I don't think so. It's not how it works, but it was a nice try, Descartes. It was a nice try. It was decent philosophy. So this is not what you might think it is. More about the concept of the testimony and a great testimony idea regarding what somebody said kind of triggered my creative mind. I was like, I have a great idea. Thanks for saying something. So consider this. Consider this. Welcome. Hello. Consider this. Some of you may or may not have heard of a book called Fox's Book of Martyrs. Okay, it's an incredibly encouraging. Hey, Legal Can-Am, haven't seen you in a while. Welcome back. So some of you may or may not have heard of Fox's Book of Martyrs, a book full of stories about those who died for the sake of Christ. Old, very, very old book. It's been reprinted many times, re-released, all that sort of stuff. Very, very good stuff. Okay? I think DC Talk even put out a version. So, there's that. But I've never heard, I mean, I could just be ignorant. Sometimes there's. What do you think? What do you think about a book full of testimonies? For some reason, the first thing that came to mind was chicken soup for the soul, but it would blow that out of the water. Pun intended. The chicken would escape from the soup. I don't know. But I do know that I think that that's a really great idea. So my idea was start a blog, and people would contribute in a blog-like form or something along those lines. Contribute, and eventually, yeehaw! Right. Eventually, you would have enough to publish an entire book. And here's the thing. Here's the thing about that. A lot of people think that, well, first of all, some of you may not even know what a testimony is. There's two different kinds of testimony. Testimony in general is about the work of grace, the grace of God in your life. Some people narrowly define testimony as how you became a Christian, but a testimony can also be a story of how God's grace was displayed in your life. Some way that God did something awesome in your life. And you know, it wasn't. Yes, it could have been hypothetically coincidence, but that's not necessarily the point. And we're not talking about like Fluffy had cancer and I prayed over Fluffy. And I mean, that could be somebody really got, you know, their amazing story that God healed Fluffy. parking lot, and I found a nickel, and I needed another nickel to make that phone call, and it was just the most miraculous thing that's ever happened in my life. I mean, if that's the case, I'm not talking about stories are so much better than theirs. I used to be like, I used to just throw people off of mountains, tore people limb to limb with my pinkies, and I would just like shoot people into the sun in a cannon, and I was just evil. And then, some people are like, I was like just living my life, didn't know much of anything, and then I found out about Jesus and I became a Christian. and they feel like, oh, woe is me, I don't have this remarkably amazing testimony that's just earth-shattering, just the most amazing story you ever did hear. And I don't want to tell anybody about how I became a Christian because it's not exciting. So that's the point I'm trying to make. Is sometimes people think that because one dude was worse or more bad to the bone, that more grace was displayed for him than for you. And no. Nope. In the realm of God's godness, in his abilities, one task is not more difficult than the next for God. God is capable of all things. And it's not like, oh, this was really hard. This was saving that guy. I don't know. That's really tough. He's done so much. And this one, I mean, he's only done a couple of things, so that was a piece of cake. That's not how the grace of God works. That's not how salvation works. And that is a distorted frame of mind and thought process that people get stuck in, especially before they become Christians, thinking, "Oh, I need to fix my life up before God only helps those who help themselves. I need to fix my life up before I turn to God. I need to like stop smoking and stop cussing, and I need to stop doing all kinds of stuff. Probably need to stop the fornication, and I probably need to stop the murdering. I need to stop a lot of things before I even go to church because I can't be doing all that stuff. Yeah, I've got to clean my life up before I try and go to church or anything like that. And by the way, I'm not going to because I'm not capable in and of myself. So I'm probably just saying this is an excuse, and I don't really fully understand that I'm just making an excuse to keep on doing the things that I like to do. But yeah, I need to clean my life up. Definitely not an excuse to keep doing what I'm doing. I need to clean my life up before I start going to church. Definitely is not an excuse at all. Not at all. I think I want to clean my life up. I mean, that'd be good, right? That would be a good thing. Not an excuse at all. I plan on it. It's in my top list of priorities. All right, so obviously that was really convoluted and long, but you've heard these excuses from someone, unless you live in a rock. And if you live in a rock, woe to you, because goodness, in a rock, the phrase is under a rock, which nobody wants to live under Iraq because that's like Saudi Arabia, right? Why would you want to live under Iraq? I think it's Saudi Arabia. Is my geography messed up? I think it's Saudi Arabia. And nobody wants to live under Iraq, okay? Nobody. It's amazing they're even a nation. All right, moving on. Yeah, you didn't know that people were capable of dry humor without changing their facial expression at all? Yeah, it's possible. Oh, yeah, but cognitive dissonance, you can display. Yeah, you know what? Sometimes people can just say stuff, and they're not going to necessarily show the micro expressions that you're waiting for. I mean, hypothetically, Cal Lightman, he would have said that I made some type of micro expression there. And if you don't know who that is, it's okay. There's a great TV show a couple of years back. I think it was 2011 to 2014 or 15. It's called Lie to Me. Really good show. Educational. Let's move on. Getting way off topic. And by the way, don't live under Iraq. That's horrible. It's not good for you in any way you look at it. Whether or not you're talking about a big, round, heavy object or an oppressive, psychopathic society, either way, don't do it. Not a good idea. Yeah, so that's my 2 cents for you today. So there are plenty of people out there that are embarrassed unnecessarily by their testimony, or feel lesser than. Now, on the other hand, it wouldn't be a very healthy thing. So don't feel too bad about that. Don't feel bad about feeling bad. Because on the other hand, if you're prideful and excited about, well, not excited. Let me think this out. Okay, obviously you shouldn't be prideful. You can be plenty excited and thankful and gracious and overwhelmed, awe-inspired, all that, for sure. Be ecstatic about how God has saved you. You should be. Absolutely, you should be. But prideful, yeah, no. So, like, you should never, as a saved person, be looking at another person and be like, God saved me so much more than you. I mean, that's madness. You probably don't get it. Probably lying to yourself and everybody else if you were to say something like that. What a weird place for a person's heart to be. I can't even hardly grapple the idea. All right. It's a loud, weird noise. Get away from me. I don't like your big tires. You're a liability. All right. Testimony, blog, book, encouragement. So people need to see the ways that God has changed the lives of people you would never expect, like Alice Cooper. Anybody along those lines, you need those stories too, where you're like, wow, God really made a big move in that person's life. That's pretty impressive. I just looked like the camera was drooping, so it might drop over time, or gravity with the cord. I don't know. So there's ways I could wrap it around probably that would prevent any pullage. Calvin Poolage. It's Coolidge, bro, not Poolage. Poolage isn't even a word. That's fine. We like to make up words every now and then. Why are you squinting when you have a visor? Because I like visibility too. It's this weird issue where, can I tolerate the squinting for the sake of more visibility that I enjoy? When I do this, like that right there, and you're like, oh yeah, look, you're not squinting as much now. Check that out. Isn't that amazing? The sun isn't directly shining in your eyeballs. I'm like, yeah, but now I feel like I'm in a cave or driving some spaceship or something with just a tiny window. It's restrictive. As Key and Peele would say in Proud Thug, one of their top skits. Why? It's so limiting. Yeah, it's limiting. Yeah, it's limiting. I don't like limiting. Take the limits off. You got the tone on that song way, way wrong. I know that song. And you obviously don't know how to sing. And you probably don't even remember the words, do you? I know take the limits off over and over again is the lyric. If there's any other lyrics to that song, take the limits off, take the limits off. I don't know that there's any other lyrics to that song. Just take the limits off, take the limits off. Nope. Can't think of any other lyrics. Not to that song. But no, I can't sing. Did I ever tell you guys that I could sing? I did say that I would do a rap that I've been laboriously writing for probably over a month now. It's going to be long. It's going to be profound. And it's probably never going to happen. Because I set a goal that was a little too unachievable. 500 subscribers or $500. You ought to guess which one I'd prefer. What a goal. What a jerk. Withholding his rap. Guess how many people care? Very few. I can probably count them on one finger. Oh boy. You are a jerk. Sometimes I'm a little jerky. Because I like beef jerky. Dude, you're really tangential today. Which is definitely the norm for you, but I just wanted to say so. Yes, it is the norm for me. I told you on my ride home, that is when I just have fun, okay? Yes, I talk about significant things from time, everything. There's always some morsels. There's always some morsels in there, like trail mix. I'm a little like trail mix. You got some healthy in there, you got some fun, okay? It's a mixture. And a lot of people like trail mix. Some people, they just want a bag of M&Ms, okay? And I know the channels. You know the channel. You know the channel you can go to. Okay? Vox Day is probably lambda's bread, more than likely. If we had to give a metaphor for the type of food consumption, just straight lambda's bread. Yeah, I said it. Sure did. What's he going to do? I'm unauthorized. As in, I will literally never be authorized for unauthorized TV. Therefore, what's he going to say to me? That he's getting really sick and tired? Well, that's okay. I'll lessen the burden there for you, buddy. I'll lessen the burden. I won't burden you with my comments and questions anymore. Don't worry about it. But I am not authorized to be unauthorized, and I never will be. Guess how much I care? Yeah. Speaking of Thug, Proud Thug, Key and Peele, watch the video. Yeah, he's blasphemous at the end. That's not nice. It's not good at all. Not good at all. So ridiculous. Pride goeth before the fall, straight down to hell. At least for that guy. Maybe they were trying to prove a point. It's possible. But he talks about, oh man, I'm cool right here on the physical realm. Or actually, maybe he said spirit realm. Maybe he was talking about this. I'm okay here on the spirit realm. Anyway. They do better accents than me anyway. You say the word anyway more than you say the word right. Did you ever notice that? Yes. I analyze how I speak constantly. Oh, so you're like really paranoid and like you just kind of neurotic and stuff like that? Yeah, maybe a little. Maybe a little. But I care to improve. I don't see much improvement. I mean, You repeat a lot of stuff over and over again, so it doesn't look like you've made your way very far. It takes time. Maybe you're impatient. Maybe you need to work on patience. Oh, yeah? How would you suggest I do that, huh? By subjecting myself to things that cause me to wait? That's one way. The attitude, your attitude is the best way to cure lack of patience. Did you know that? It's not about practicing patience like it's a muscle. Yeah, I'm looking at that RV. I'm checking it out. Like, oh, yeah, look at that RV. Too small. Not going to happen. For real, though, we family of 5 and like a 14-footer, guys. Come on now. Come on now. Let's be realistic. Let's be realistic. All right. So, first of all, I did mention the phrase that I will make sure to be very clear on. God does not help those who help themselves. That's a moronic statement, probably straight from the mouth of Satan. What a way to keep people down. What did Jesus say? Who did he say he came for? Perfect people? Huh? Is that what Jesus said? You find it out. Go find it out. Go look it up if you don't already know. Who did Jesus come for? All the perfect people on the planet? Huh? Go read. Go figure it out. God doesn't help those who help themselves. That's sodomy talk. And speaking of sodomy, I'm going the speed limit. I guess I wasn't. But they were definitely over 70. They were probably going 80. Listen, this is a road that I go back and forth every single day, and it goes from 70 to 60, 60 to 70, back down to 60. Okay, so it goes 70 to 60, back up to 70, back down to 60, back up to 70, all on just a 20-mile stretch or something, about 20 miles, 20-something miles. What, a 7 to 21? Okay, 14-mile stretch. 14 miles of highway. So how is it 16 miles of back roads? That doesn't make any sense. I don't know. I don't get it. What? I don't know. Oh, well, no, I'm confused. It doesn't matter. That's meaningless. Truly meaningless. All right, but I'm going the speed limit right now. People can chill. They can chill out. You need to relax, Pearl. You need to relax. Oh boy. Is this your testimony? I came here because it said testimony. Is this supposed to be your testimony? Because I'm not hearing anything about God or how Jesus saved you. I talked about it at the beginning of the video. If you're just now coming, that's okay. It's fine. My idea is that we set up a blog, or someone, it doesn't have to be me, sets up a blog where everybody goes and contributes and tells about how God saved them. Because people need to see the testimonies of his people. To hear about the atheists, the agnostics, the Buddhists, the Muslims, the I don't knows, the Satanists, the whatevers, the Catholics even. What do you mean the Catholics? I mean, you can be a Catholic and then get saved by God, by grace alone. What you're trying to say that not all Baptists are saved either. I mean, just because you're in a denomination or a church doesn't mean you're saved. There's a ton of people in the health and wealth prosperity gospel churches that aren't saved. Yeah. It's a form of self-worship, self-idolatry, really. Put all that power directed towards yourself and not acknowledging the one who power comes from. Oh yeah, he gave us power. Don't get me wrong. You got to understand these things in context. Oh, now you open a bit. All I'm encouraging you to do, keep on reading. We'll all keep on learning together. God opens my eyes to a lot of new stuff all the time. I'm like, look at that. Here's some more balance. Here's some more contention. Not contradiction. Here's some more contention. Some more tension in the scriptures. And it's fine. It's good. It helps us know that God's ways are bigger than our ways. So you're saying you can't know anything, you just have to pretty much say it's this and that every single time? Just chill out. Calm down. No, I'm not saying that. Are you saying we can't know absolute truth? Is that what you're trying to say? No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. There are absolutes we can absolutely be sure of. There are other things that seem to be places where great unrest is. Oftentimes, especially the more seasoned folks that have been studying for a long time, they'll oftentimes conclude it's probably both. Well, how can that be? It's probably both. But that's confusing. It's okay. It's because that's not the question you're supposed to be asking. What? That's not the question I'm supposed to be asking? No. Nope. There's purposes and points to life. And figuring all that stuff out isn't always the point. What? I don't like that very much. He didn't ask you to like it. What did God ask of you? Huh? He said, abide in me, huh? What does that mean? Abide in me and I'll abide in you. Yeah. So it's 70 here. And this is a stretch of highway where I can never actually go 70 miles an hour because there's always some person that doesn't get it, never saw the sign, still wants to travel at 66 miles an hour for reasons unbeknownst to me. As someone who always follows the speed limit, I get confused when somebody's going slower than me because I don't know. I don't get angry. I'm just like, oh, what in the world? I mean, you have freedom. You have freedom to go up to this amount. Use your freedom, bro. Use it. Use it or lose it, bro. Use it or lose it. That's a good shirt. Guys, I've given you some fantastic ideas. Why are you not making tons of money right now? I've given you some amazing ideas. Go make money, okay? Go make some money. That's a good one. Go sell that shirt. People will buy it. You'd probably buy it. Go make it on Sunday Cool Tees. No, I don't work for those guys. I just like Carl. Because Carl is... What's up, my chicken nuggets? He's funny, guys. Carl is funny. Like Carl. All right. But seriously, freedom. Use it or lose it. What? How do you use freedom? Think about it. How do you use freedom? You use the freedoms that you have. You acknowledge what freedom is and you take advantage of freedom. For freedom, I have set you free. It's in the Bible. Some good verses, guys. Name that verse. Yeah, that'd be a good TV show. Hey, yeah, they did that. Jeff Foxworthy, the Bible challenge, Bible. What was it? Jeff Foxworthy, the Bible trivia challenge. I watched a lot of it. It was all right. It's pretty good. You could only play for charity. I'm like, well, I mean, so if you're talking about the Bible and you really know your stuff, you can only make money for other people. Okay. I mean, that's good, but I don't know. I just think about all those other game shows where they make money for stupid stuff. I'm like, when you're doing something good, like knowing your Bible, you can't make money for that? Because why? Well, because you ought to know your Bible anyway, and you don't need rewarded for that, because your reward will be in heaven. Okay, but why should somebody get money like $10,000 for pooping on a platter and calling it nailed it? Nailed it! Here's $10,000. You just sculpted your own poo-poo on a platter, and here's $10,000 because we're literally the stupidest people on the planet. Are you calling people stupid? How dare you? Listen, I'm unsubscribing right now. Okay, do it. Fine. Do you know how many unsubscribes I've had? Plenty. Do you know how many are going to start to make me cry? 332. If I actually got unsubscribed from 332 to 0, would I cry? Let me ask. I'm going to consult. I'll be right back. All right, so I just played it out in my mind, watched it go down to like 120, and then 17. I had 17 left, and then it was at 2. I was like, what? Then it went to 0, and I was like, oh, well, I just need to move on, do something else, because obviously this isn't working. That's all. I wouldn't cry. There's your answer. There's your answer. I'm unsubscribing now. This is ridiculous. This guy is an actual crazy person. He is an actual crazy person. Did y'all get an actual crazy person for me to fight? Because that's not fair to me or him. That's literally my favorite Key and Peele sketch. It's really hard to find. It's the UCL Ultimate or UFL. I don't know. Ultimate Fighting League. It's some kind of made up fighting thing, and it's just whatever. Yeah, I watched a lot of Key and Peele about 2 years ago, 3. I guess I started in 2012, and then eventually they ended their show, and it's not a big deal. It's all good. It's all good. You either get it or you don't get it. That's how it is sometimes. That's just how it be sometimes. So, for those of you that are still here, that haven't unsubscribed, welcome. Glad you're here. Glad you're hanging out. If the number is 0 right now, that doesn't matter. You know why? Because in this instance, ignorance is bliss. I don't actually believe that. Remember, I streamed for many moons. Oh, moons. He's talking about the moon. I don't like this guy. Unsubscribe. Thumbs down. He said moon. I don't believe in the moon. The moon is hollow. It's not even air. It's just a cloud without air. Nobody's ever landed there because it's just a cloud. It's a cloud in the sky, really high up. It's not even real. I don't know. That's what some dude said. I don't even know. I think he was a doctor or something. Totally said the moon wasn't real or something, or that you couldn't land on it because it wasn't physical or hard or something. Didn't read it. You know why? Why? If I find out that the moon isn't even real, you know how many aspects of my life I'm going to have to change? Every day of my life, every hour of my moments will change. I'll have to do everything different. Everything will, even the way that I fill my car up, the way that I sign into my computer, the way that I brush my teeth, like everything is going to change if I find out a lot of different things. For instance, if I find out that I've been living this whole time on a flat earth and I didn't know? Do you know how much that's going to change my life? A lot. So much. So much. If I find out that the sun is just a big flashlight, gosh, you know how much it's going to change my life? A lot. A lot. If I find out that those stars in the sky are just light bulbs, just, little LED light bulbs, it's going to change everything. I watched The Truman Show. I know. If I get to the edge one day and I'm knocking, it's gonna ruin my life. It's just gonna be like, it was all a lie. It was all a lie. I have to change everything. I have to change everything. I know. You probably agree. You probably agree. It would be earth shattering. Literally. The earth would probably split like a sheet of paper. Or like an egg. Or I don't know, like a hair. Maybe the earth is not round or flat or any of that. Maybe the earth is a tunnel. Maybe the whole thing is just one big tunnel. Big tunnel. And it actually, the earth is round in the other way, and it doesn't curve this way, it curves this way, and we don't even know, but all this blue sky is the center of a massive straw, and light shines through this straw, and the earth is just a big straw, a massive tunnel that just goes and goes and goes forever, and nobody's ever found the end because of Antarctica or something, and it's just a big tunnel world. No, it's not hollow. The hollow is the sky. Yeah. And outer space is like on the other side, whether or not you've done drugs talk. But I am 100% sober. But drugs? No, I've got clean lungs, clean veins, except for the caffeine. Caffeine makes me crazy more than others. True, because you were arguing about how there's not any difference in grace. You got me. You got me. Logic it. Freedom! Use it or lose it. No, that's not a song. Just made it up. Could be a song. Could be a song. Are you like excessively tired? Because this was literally insane. I'm confused as to why I listened to any of this. I'm actually at this point in time in this video that I'm apparently still watching, I'm concerned for myself. Actually, by watching this and making it to this point of the video, I am questioning myself more than I'm questioning you. Oh, you see, there's a moon in the sky. I see it. Is it a cloud or is it a moon? Why is the bottom half of the moon invisible? Huh? Explain that. Why can I see the moon during the daytime and half of it is like totally invisible as if it's not even there? Explain that to me, huh? Why is part of the moon invisible if it's real? If it's a big round ball up in space, how far come the moon is like invisible and stuff? How far come why? Huh? Explain it. Explain it to me. Science man. Half of the moon is invisible. I bet you can't explain that, can you now? Science. I didn't claim to know all the answers to these things. I'm just a man. Just a dude. One thing I know is the stars disappear. The stars disappear. I don't understand. I don't understand. You know what else disappears? If you get somebody to shine 2 flashlights in each of your eyes, did you know what else disappears? Literally everything. If you're shining a light into a camera lens, guess what else disappears? Literally everything. Well, what a ride. I don't even know what happens. It depends. Oh boy. The cheese theory is still a very valid theory. Yeah, that if I thought about be your own charity. I thought that was interesting. Gospel Bear Variety Hour. You got it. Hedgehog Bear. You're probably not here anymore, but welcome. Kristen Jr., welcome. Just not bored. I didn't know I yawned on the way home. But that happens. Oh, Legal Can-Am. Yeah, you're the one that told me the stuff. I got you. Oh, I had a bunch of buffering. Well, that's fun. Gotta love it. God, no, you don't have to love it. Don't love buffering. Stop it. The proper question often contains its own answer. That's pretty deep. It's pretty deep. You can't see the hack either. Oh, the moon. Yeah, I know. All right. Well, thanks for hanging out. It's been fun. Hedgehog and Christy and all the new people that visited. I'm not sorry, but welcome. Again, my ride home is my ability to just take her down. Taking her down. Taking her down, boys. Cruising altitude is complete. I have no idea. I have no idea. There's a lot of stuff up there, though. There is a lot of stuff up there. That's all I know. Y'all have a good one. And we'll see. I'm not super tired tonight. We might have an opportunity. Last night, stuff happened. Stuff happened. Had to handle some business. It was all good. Everything's fine now. I hope. I'll get the report momentarily. But for now, read your Bible. Find out what I was talking about and go find the verses I was talking about this stream. Or just go show the love of Christ to somebody. You can do that too. But read the Bible.